What it do? You already know who it is. Zilla, South Memphis Landlord, and you're listening to Brink Radio 96.3.
You're listening to Brink Radio. What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your host, Brink Young, coming straight out of them South Memphis slums, and you are listening to Brink Radio right here on 96.3 FM. We talk about bumping 96 because you know Brink put the B in bumping, right? Of course you do, but look, hey, man, I need y'all to turn your radios up right now. I'm talking about turn them speakers all the way up. This guest we got on the show tonight, I don't even believe I got him in here in the building. Hey, I almost got evicted. It was because of him. We talk about the South Landlord himself, Zed Zilla. What's happening, homie?
Everything, Brink. What's popping, man?
Hey, first and foremost, I got to say thank you for being a guest on Brink Radio, man. This means the world to me. I'm new to the radio. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm doing on this job, but I know what I'm doing. You
man, for sure, then, man. You got it, bro. And I appreciate you for having me, homie. For sure.
Yeah, man. So, look, we finna make this thing turn all the way up. We talking about right now, this very moment. It's actually July 2nd, and Rinse Do 4 is out right now.
Everywhere, our platforms, man.
Let's
go
talk
get
about it, man. So we just dropped the tape, man. What's the feeling like? What's the reception like so far? How you feeling?
Man, right now the reception is great. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I got a lot of different variety of songs on there, and then the feedback on all the songs has been good so far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hey, I done already bumped the joint, man. You got your brand new single. We talking about
Yes,
Real
sir.
for Real, featuring my guy, Big Homie G, a.k.a. Y Jizzle.
Yes, sir. Real
man.
for Real, produced by my homeboy, my in-house concierge Cloud.
No doubt, man. So, of course, we going to play that on the show. You know what I'm saying? But
Most
we
definitely.
got plenty to talk about, man, as far as this project. You also got, man, we talking about North Memphis' own Bo Bizzle, a.k.a. Steve-O on the joint.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Got Bo, man. You know, me and Bo got to connect on every tape I do almost. You know what I'm saying? Me and Bo go way, way back. You
No
know
doubt,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah,
Dixie
up your
Home
back.
days.
Yeah.
So even though I'm South Memphis Landlord, I stayed in Dixie Home for a few years. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, you also got, man, we talking about legendary Memphis artist by the name of Young D, Mr. Certified.
Yes,
Yup.
sir. I keep it Memphis, man. Me and Young D and LC is also on that same record.
Yeah,
My man Young D got that's a jewel on it. That's a jewel. That's a gem on the tape.
no doubt, man. So, like I say, the tape is out right now. We talking about, I call it RD4, but it's Rinse Do 4.
Yes,
Man, let's
sir.
talk about what type of bag were you in on this joint, man, musically? Because, like I say, you took us through so many different dimensions. Like, bro, where was you at when you made this joint?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had went through a lot, you know, with the as far as my hard drive getting stole. Like, with,
wow.
you know, it's my hard drive, computers, and a lot of my stuff getting stole out of one of the rental cars when we was in the A.
Okay.
That kind of knocked spunk at me from doing music for a minute. So that what really held me up on making the tape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But far as this, like, I got together with my crew, man, my satellite high crew, and like they put me in a different, like, a different place.
Yeah.
Like, we do different stuff. Like, we get up, we go hit the track together. You know what I'm saying? We work out, we get up, eat. You know what I'm saying? So this tape right here is gonna reflect like a lot of good energy, a lot of good vibes.
Okay, so we definitely got to talk about that. But man,
Yes,
it's definitely, you know, hard to hear that your music got stolen, man.
Yes,
You know, that's crazy, man.
Yes,
We talking
sir.
about how much music we talking about, man?
I had 2 hard drives full of music.
Wow.
It was the Rinse Do 3 at the time.
So you had to recreate it, or
I
you
had
just
to
went
recreate
through?
it.
Okay.
I had to recreate it. And it was somebody off the street. I ended up watching the tape the next morning. Later, walked off the street, man. Got him. The car I was just hopped out in valet, waiting on the valet to come park. And I walked up to my room.
Yeah,
Some random lady walk in off the street, hop in the car, and take off. They found it in Pennsylvania.
but they ain't find the music though.
No, sir. I
Wow.
thought she could have kept everything. Just get my hard drive back.
Man, hey, if you out there listening, look, we ain't gonna do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Just drop it all. Hey, I ain't even finna tell you what Memphis about, but hey, you know what I'm
that knocked
saying?
spunk at me.
It's a nice trunk, you know, that you can fit in. But hey, drop that music out, whoever you is, lady. But
I done
look,
heard
man,
a couple of my hits out there.
really,
Yeah, I done
Wow.
heard my flavor out there around. Yeah,
yeah.
make me think.
Hey, but you know, Zilla, you know, you influence a lot of artists. You know, one thing that's incredible about you, man, you've been around for a minute. You know, what
Yeah.
keeps you motivated to continue to do music these days, though?
I just like the craft. I like continue working on my craft, and then like a lot of the young guys coming up. A lot of the young Memphis got a lot of talent that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of influence too.
Yeah,
And then of course the people that I want to work with, the in-house, I want to see them. You know what I'm saying? Do their thing. So that's also a big influence.
Hey, look, like I say, man, we got Zed Zilla in the building. We about to take a commercial break, pay some of these bills real quick, and we gonna be back with Mo from the Landlord. Brink Radio, let's go. And of course, we back. We talking about Brink Radio right here on 96.3 FM, bumping 96, because you know Brink put the B in bumping. We got my guy Zilla.
Oh,
hey, I am South Memphis. Look,
you
man,
better know it.
That was a real anthem, man. I was actually at the Sean Gunn event last fall, and you actually performed. Of course, you know, shout out to my guy Fabo. Obviously, shout out to Sean Gunn. Shout out to Lieutenant G. Nim. But Pastor Troy was there, and you actually admitted. We talking about a confession.
Yes,
you
sir.
Said that you got that whole Zilla thing from Pastor Troy.
From Pastor Troy. And
okay.
Like, and before I performed it, like you said, I told him. Yeah. But Pastor was like, that was my guy back in the day.
Okay.
Pastor was my guy. So the song, I had never put it with the Goldberg thing.
Yeah.
Until, you know, till later on. But I heard Pastor with the Pastor, I am DSGB.
Yeah.
And man, I think I was in middle school, high school, one of them.
Yeah.
Just started high school, middle school. Yeah, let me get there.
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. A lot of people really need to give Pastor Troy his flowers and his props because he really carried, like he waved that flag for Atlanta for a very long time until people like T.I. got on, until people like Luda got on, and you know, obviously Lil Jon, he was doing his thing, but until Atlanta really became that Jeezy, Gucci Atlanta, we had Pastor Troy.
Yeah, for sure. They fly.
Yeah. So let's get into it, man. So look, one thing I want to talk about real quick. I was actually at your listening party for Rinse Do, you know, for it was kind of like the preview, you know, the different tracks that's on there. One of the people that was on, he was at the event, but he didn't make it on the tape, was Playa Fly.
Yes,
let's talk about the relationship with Playa Fly, man, because it was crazy. You guys were snapping back and forth. It was hilarious. Like the whole club, like, was laughing at y'all. Like, y'all really should put a show on together, a comedy show or something, man. What's happening?
Yeah, he think he's smarter than me, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Flat though. That's my brother. My relationship go back, like I said, to the Dixon Home days. We stayed in Dixon Home. Flat stayed. We used to stay together for a while when I was young. Yeah. And then him and my brother like best friend. You know what I'm saying? Him and Mom Ruffin.
Yeah.
And I was on Flat tape when I was young. I was on Gangsta Black tape when I was like 14.
Wow.
We used to kick it. Me and Fly, that was like my big brother back in the day, man. So that's still shout out. That's my brother, man. Right
so do you like actually look at him any different? Like, cause I mean, he's probably just Fly to you, but to everybody else, like he's a, you know, phenomenal
he's dead
artist.
To me. He dead to me.
I mean,
too.
he is, but I'm saying like, you know, bigger, you know.
He's dead to me too. Phenomenal artist. Like, cause like if you ask anybody, Fly was in my top 5.
Yeah.
Like we arguing. That's Jay-Z, Biggie, Fly, you know, that's how my list went.
Yeah,
like we can fight about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. But let's go ahead and talk about, man, it was a situation. I didn't even know it was a situation. We had Jucee Froot on the Brink TV talk show last year. Yeah. And I brought up the Shake That ASS record. Obviously we can't cuss on the radio, but she kind of had a little, you know, resistance, you know, when I brought up Zilla. Of course, I was shouting out Zilla. And I mean, I didn't know anything about any friction, any, you know, problems or anything. Dip back to Shake That Ass real quick. Shout out to my guy Zilla, you know, South Landlord, South Memphis. Yeah. So, we good? We good?
Hey, bro, I'm gonna say this because I already made a song speaking on this shit. Like, I don't have no problem with Zilla. It's just he did some bogus stuff on the internet that I don't feel like he should have did. And, bro, we could have got so much money.
Speak on it from your end. You know, what's your side of the story?
Like, only thing I think is like, shout out to Jucee Froot and the whole Lower 100. You know what I'm talking about, over there doing a thing. I think it was something about I think they wanted the record. You know what I'm saying? It was something about the record. Her company wanted the record. I ended up putting her first on the record, and somehow, you know, they felt like they could do more than they supposed to do with the record. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? They got salty about it. But then we end up selling it, and then we end up like doing some paperwork on the record. You know what I'm saying? And so everything turned up, end up all good. We end up shooting the video, and still ain't went on tour and did nothing with the record though. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, cause like, you know, from her side of the story, you know, and it pretty much, you know, overall coincides with your side of the story. She was just like, man, they wanted that song to be the theme song for P Valley, and you left a lot of money on the table and all that type of stuff. And I was like, bro, I don't know nothing about this. What we talking about?
Because it was mine.
Okay.
They wanted a record from her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they wanted the record, period.
Yeah.
And I think she was like, I can do another record for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that was on that tip.
Yeah, and of course, eventually the song did, you know, air on P Valley. I can't remember what episode it was on the, you know, most recent season. So Zilla go be getting a check for that if he ain't already got it. You understand me?
Yeah, and I got some more jumps for her. Tell her, come on.
Hey, let's make it happen. So, hey, to clear that up, ain't no beef, man. Ain't no beef, man.
That's my dog.
Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and dive into, you know, a few different things, man, because there's so many topics that I really want to tackle. Obviously, we did the BrinkTV interview, you know, that came on TV and whatnot. And I was kind of like I told you, it was going to be, you know, light jabs, you know. Yeah. Now I want to get into some real heavy stuff. Can we do that, bro?
Man, you the only one, bro. You the only one. Come on, let's do it.
Okay. One of the burning questions that a lot of people want to know, man, how come you ain't ever signed with CMG?
I say, I think we weren't even on that type of time. We weren't even on that then. Like, we was both learning the game, still learning the game at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was still learning the game. That's why I really just never signed. But he like showed me the ropes. He was still learning the ropes, and he was still trying to get signed and trying to learn how to become a know what I'm saying, CEO himself in the game, right? And get artists.
Because I mean, one thing that I could say, man, just from observation, and a lot of, you know, people from the city, they watched the whole thing unravel, and it seemed like, you know, Gotti got the formula right with you. You know, obviously, Y Jizzle, aka you know, Big Homie G, Snootie, Wade Chappelle. Like when y'all dropped that chapter 1, it's like, okay, this is the prototype. This is how it go. And then the next round, that's when everything just, you know, took off.
Yeah, I think it was as our learning process too. I think for everybody, I think he learned what to do and what not to do and what pieces he needed. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was just wasn't nothing major, just our business. I think he learned a little more on the business side after him getting us as an artist, you know what I'm saying, then dropping and putting that tape collective together. Yeah. And then dropping that tape. I think he learned a lot, and I think that what made him move into the, like with the cocaine music. Yeah. Like he learned, like I think that was somebody, Jay-Z ended up telling him, like, or 50 Cent, somebody like, bro, you can't do that. That ain't good. That ain't good, you know. Yeah. For the business. So he ended up changing it to Collective Music Group.
Definitely, man. You know, hey, you don't want to mess up no corporate money. I understand that, you know.
So he became a businessman, you know what I'm saying? He learned business and he had to make some moves.
I totally get that, but I think, you know, what myself would like to know, and I guess a lot of the listeners might want to know, okay, even after he got the business right, how come you ain't signed in after that?
Yeah. That's probably something you had to ask his. I mean, that's probably something you had to ask her, you know what I'm saying? But like, we still, like I said, we were more like partners though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We were more like partners, and then I also wanted to do my own thing with the CEO.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But we were more like partners. Yeah. It wasn't more like it wasn't nothing like he was demanding me to sign, or I had no reason. Everything was still there. Yeah. Everything that I needed was still there.
I'm gonna say this, man. You know how social media go crazy, right? Yeah. I remember when Black Youngsters signed. I can't remember what club it was at. I want to say it was at a club on Winchester or whatnot. Yeah. And didn't he sign him? He gave him like a car or something like that. It was alleged, totally alleged, and definitely got to say R.I.P. to Snootie Wild. But it was alleged that Snootie Wild was running after the car, you know, chasing the car after Youngster was driving. Did that really happen, bro?
Nah, he wasn't running after the car.
Okay.
He wasn't running after the car. He was outside of his vehicle. Okay. I don't know what he was mad about. I don't know what we was fussing about, but he was outside his vehicle. Yeah, he wasn't chasing after no car.
Okay, because you know, when I see things on social media, it's in one ear out the other. I don't really entertain it, but Snootie kind of was like a live wire, you know. So I didn't really put it past him.
That's why I said he probably was outside his car performing. Yeah. Full of.
So look, we about to go ahead and pay some bills. Matter of fact, we gotta go ahead and play your single, man. Go ahead, introduce your new single to the people, man.
Hey, people say they real for real, but it really be a front though. Hey, this is my new single. I rinsed do 4 stimulus pack, produced by my in-house concierge Cloud, featuring big homie G, real for real. Let's get it.
Hey, you know what time it is. Like I say, South Memphis all day, every day. We talking about Brink Young coming straight out of them South Memphis slums. We listening to Brink Radio right now. And I do say we because we all in the building, man. Look, we got Zed Zilla. Hey, we just played his brand new single, man, featuring big homie G.
Real for real.
Man, y'all been cool for some years, man. Let's talk about their relationship.
I say we real for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to big homie G. Yeah, the relationship go back, like I said, to the Flame Gang day.
Man. Yeah.
Me and YG was back on the team then. Back on tour, traveling long time ago with CMG.
Man, we talking about like I remember 2009. It was an event over there at the Memphis Fairgrounds. You know, they it was called Memphis, and Gotti brought you out. That was like the first time he brought you out. We talking about over 2,000 people was in that audience, man. Like you been, you know what I'm saying, been smashed.
That was crazy. That's why I said shout out to Yo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That was what that was signed when he brought Dolph them out.
That was the next year. That was the next year when he at the Dub Car Show. No, that was, matter of fact, that was 2011 when he brought y'all out at Dub Car Show. It was you, Trip, and Dolph, right? Yeah. Sure. See, 2010 is when whoever threw the bottle of water.
Okay. I remember that.
Yeah, that was a crazy situation.
Yeah,
too.
That was a situation. Right?
Yeah. You know, I had just recently put that out, re-put that out on, you know, Facebook, because a lot of the newer, younger people, they probably wasn't aware of it back then, and that junk went super stupid viral. Like,
for real,
a lot of new people, they like, bro, because I guess it was a situation that happened where somebody threw some water at Glorilla while she was performing or whatnot, and you know, they start kind of, you know, alluding the two, tying them together, like, dang, you know, all of that, you know. But hey, man, we done been through some times, bro.
For sure. Real, I said, shout out to Glow too. She hit me up. She shot me out on the what's the name though. She forgot my name.
Then she remembered it towards somebody. At the end.
My boy.
Yeah,
Riggs,
man.
Riggs had to get it right.
Man, I promise, man. Got to get it right, man. So let's go ahead and dive into, you know, a couple other topics, man, because we kind of can't go without mentioning, you know, Young Dolph. You know, we talking about, man, Flipper.
Yes,
you know,
Kingpin.
Hey, man. So, you know, it was a few things, you know, obviously rest in peace to Dolph, you know, the city still hurt behind it. I said in another interview that, you know how an earthquake happens and it's felt in other cities far away. You know what I'm saying? It's like all kind of tremors and aftershocks.
What that was.
That's kind of like how that was, man. Yeah. I gotta ask you, like, what was your relationship with Dolph prior to his passing?
Like, Dolph was one of the dudes pull up on me wherever.
Yeah.
Like, Dolph will, like, we get together, no matter the studio or no matter what projects I was in, you know what I'm saying? No matter what kind of car he was driving.
Yeah.
He pulling up to me in the project. He pulling up. You know what I'm saying? He got what we need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we going up. And then, far as when stuff wasn't even concerning him, far as like coming through for video shoots, records he ain't even on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just pulling up on me. He was just. And then, like, I learned a lot from him too, though.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we got a chance to kick it. Like, on the Unblowing set, we went, kicked it in the A for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Before we shot the video, and just learning his work habit, his work ethic. Like, he was a working fool. A lot of people don't know. Like, dude's a working fool.
You know, I can remember. This was probably, I would say, maybe summer 2010. You know, I was chopping it up with you, and you was like, "Hey, Brink, you should interview my homeboy Dolph. He going hard." And at the time, I was like, "Bro, who is that?" You know what I'm saying? Because I had not known, the city had not known yet. And I kid you not, probably 3 months later, dude was everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like his music was everywhere, his mixtapes was everywhere. Everybody was talking about flavors. Like, bro started going stupid.
His hustle guy was crazy.
Yeah.
He was distributing the music himself like that. That was crazy. He was putting like so many copies in the streets himself.
Yeah.
Couldn't do nothing but bump it.
Man, and it was crazy. You know, you did mention him pulling up. Like, he pulled up at the secret video shoot.
Yeah,
you know, the jump with you and Don Trip. Yeah.
Exactly. Just out the blue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pull up on what you doing. Like, I'm shooting the video.
Yeah.
He pulling up.
Yeah.
With what we need.
Man, I want to say, I don't know if that was CM6, the listening party. He was there. You know, that was pretty much my first time meeting Dolph. You know, like, he was real laid back, cool, you know, down to earth. Yeah.
Super cool dude, man.
Yeah. So let's jump into, you know, because, you know, we don't do beef on Brink TV. You know, I don't do all of that. However, Dolph was on an interview with the Breakfast Club, you know, back in the day, and I guess he addressed the situation, you know, with Gotti, and your name came up. Yeah, you know, I mean, you pretty aware of that, right? You saw that. You know, what was your thoughts on that, man?
My thoughts was like, me and Dolph had kicked it on occasions after that. Yeah, and if it was said, I would have rather him come tell me, because Dolph never said nothing to me about if yo said that or not. You know what I'm saying? So if he did say it, I would have rather for him to come tell me, because me and Dolph had been cool. Like I said, we even after this situation where he was talking about, we had talked and been, you know what I'm saying, campaigning on different levels even after that. Yeah. And so if he felt any kind of way that about what he said to him, then I feel he should have told me. You know what I'm saying? But he never told me, so I don't know. I don't believe it. Right.
I mean, because, I mean, that was a pretty significant statement, you know, saying that, you know, you got to hold Zilla's hand, you know, and to me, it's like, you know, how does that make Zilla feel to hear that, you know? Like,
nah, I don't believe it. I don't.
Okay.
If that's how I feel. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
If especially coming out at the time that it came out, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, it really didn't matter to me anyway.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. It was a record that you dropped a few years back, and I believe that it had a lot of people shocked, you know, because that was really, you held the mirror up to a lot of listeners, a lot of so-called fans and, you know, supporters, you know, S-talkers, you know, backbiters, all of that type of stuff. We talking about Shoulder to Lean On.
Okay.
Let's dissect that song, man, because you dropped it at a time where, you know, you really wasn't just dropping at the time, but when you dropped it, you know, everybody felt it. Like, let's talk about this song.
This song there was, like you said, during the time when I was just really dropping music. And shout out to my homeboy who sung on that song too, Big Ricky. He passed away, ended up passing on. And that record was really just all the rumors, me gathering all the rumors, all the say-so, the hearsay, and just answering it myself, you know what I'm saying, put it in a perspective like that, and just stepping outside my body for a minute, you know what I'm saying, like just being another person in the barbershop, hearing people talking gossip with the type of stuff they'll say, you know what I'm saying, and I just put it on record, man. That's how I felt at the time.
Yeah. I mean, it was a deep record. I mean, one of the lines you said on there was, you know, another fly, you know, he gonna be another fly. And I'm different. I listen to ad libs, and you was like, "Shoot, could be, or maybe something." You said something to that effect. Like, let's dive into that, man. What does that mean? Becoming another player fly. What does that mean?
What people think it mean?
Right.
Is they don't really understand the depth of his career and understand the longevity and then what he means to the game and what he. You know what I'm saying? So when they tend to overlook that and look at him, the stuff he do, the things he do.
Yeah.
And they don't understand how far his career then went.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it's overshadowed by a lot of other things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying by that. People they ain't gonna understand what I meant to the game, what I did to the game, what I you know what I'm saying, what I am to South Memphis or whatever.
Right.
But you know.
And it's crazy, man. One time for my guy Playa Fly, man, he got a joint on Drake album, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now you see what I'm saying?
Come on, like
that type.
You know. So
I love trucking companies got on all his own music. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everything is his. You know what I'm saying? So what you mean?
Yeah, man. Hey, look, we finna pay some of these bills. Like I said, we got the landlord in it. Well, I can't say that, but hey, we on Brink Radio. Stay tuned. Man, I don't understand what the problem is. It seems like every time I'm trying to advance my life, you always got to do something to mess it up, man. What's the problem? You've been with me all these years, and every year I try to do something bigger, it's a problem. What happened to that girl from the beginning? The girl who said, I got your back, Brink. Whatever you need, I'll do it, Brink. I'm your number one. I'm your bottom. What happened to her? Maybe I just ain't giving you enough to do. Maybe I need to give you more to do. Maybe I need to put you on the radio too.
Brink, I know when you're messing with my head, because I let you. But right now, just don't, okay? Remember, I'm the one that put you on the radio, B. Me.
Y'all be sure to check out Brink Radio every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on 96.3 FM. And of course, we back. We talking about Brink Radio right here on 96.3 FM. We talking about Bumpin' 96 because, you know, Brink put the B in bumping. This is what we do. Now, we did mention, talk about Dolph. But one thing that was kind of significant about his passing, it actually occurred on the day of your anniversary, your wedding anniversary, right?
Yes, sir.
Wow, man. Let's talk about that because I'm gonna be honest. Like when I first heard the news, I saw it on Facebook and I didn't want to believe it. Like I spent hours scouring the internet looking for a factual, credible website, reporting on it because I didn't want to believe it. People got like live videos and blah blah blah. I ain't trying to look at none of it. I spent hours, and then when it was actually confirmed, I lost it. I cried several times that day because that's what bruh meant to me.
Exactly,
like, I'm gonna be honest, like I looked up to dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I looked up to his grind. I like how he stood on his own too and did, how he did. And I wanted to do that with basically my platform, with what I do. Respect. I wanted to be the TV version of Dolph, basically. For sure, and to search through social media and see, a lot of the other celebrities, they pouring out, their condolences. I saw many of them. I found myself later that evening scrolling on Facebook and I saw a post from you, and it was actually a picture of you and your wife, and y'all was at the airport, and it was like, happy anniversary. Y'all was, finna head out or whatnot. And I remember looking in your eyes and they were extremely red. Now, I know the different types of reds, you've been drinking, you've been smoking, blah blah blah. This wasn't that type of red. Take me through that day, man.
I had to end up leaving, getting up out of there that day. It was like I was in South Memphis. I was around the corner, and you could actually hear the shots.
Wow,
that was it. You could actually hear the shots, and you could actually. I think it was crazy. Like everything stopped moving at that time. Like you could, I take it right back. I think I'm talking about like the trees shook, like the world just shook at the time, right?
Yeah.
You can hear the shots and the world just shook. Like I think it started raining or something. Well, the wind stopped. Some started blowing. It's something happened to the point where you can just feel it.
Yeah.
Like someone right. Then we go in the house. Right after the shots, we get the call. Like. I just got Dolph.
Yeah.
So like, I just knew it wasn't true though.
Yeah. Man. It's crazy because we watch a lot of movies, we watch a lot of television, and we see a lot of stuff that's make believe.
Yeah.
And how many of us really wanted it to be make believe? How many of us wanted it to be a script? Not true. Because that was like when that happened, it felt like I lost a brother,
Yeah, the city, I think the city did. I think the whole city felt like that.
Yeah.
He did so much for so many people.
Right.
Like from big to small, he did so much from hospitals to charities to schools.
Yeah.
Hood, fun, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he did a lot. Meant a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah. Definitely got to say RIP to the big homie Young Dolph, man. It's crazy. If we could change the flow of traffic just to lighten the mood up just a tad bit, man. It's a lot of new artists buzzing in the city of Memphis, man. Is it any of them that kind of be catching your attention, man? I know you told me, like Glow or maybe Clock or who you like to do something with.
Most definitely. Let me throw my crew in there right quick. Quizzo, Sleazeball. I'm talking about Sleaze It. Big Dread, baby, Mr. Munn. Nah, but I got I like a lot of Of course, glow. I like glitter. I like gloss.
Yeah.
I like the Mac Critter. The Sid. What's that? I like
1017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of little up and coming little artists that I like though.
Yeah.
For sure that.
You know what's cool though is like I remember, you know, of course, interviewing you back in 2010, and I was like, "Hey, how you feel about the new Memphis movement?" You was like, "What, huh? What that is? I don't know about nothing." Shout out to my team.
Yeah.
How you feel about the whole new Memphis movement as far as music?
New Memphis. I always question. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, if I respect the nigga movement, period, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't think that shit I ain't in that shit. I don't fuck that shit then. New Memphis, I don't know what this shit is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got shit to do with this shit. Fuck this shit, right? CEO, I need to find guy. I don't know what no New Memphis shit is, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I be tuned in. I be hopping in the car with my son. He be having the blast, and so I can't do nothing but listen.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got the studio, the Satellite House studio, and a lot of them be coming through there working.
Yeah.
So I'm still tuned in like that though.
Yeah. Now, one thing you told me off camera, man, we were talking, and you was like, you know, a lot of your break from music, you were trying to decipher whether you wanted to be, you know, go Clark Kent or still be Superman. Let's dive into that, man. Break that down for me.
I had to see if like all the pieces was in place as far as my team, and see if I need to hop out there and show them one more time, you know what I'm saying, or if they seen enough for me to go and push the button on their projects for them to go and do what they need to do so I can kick my feet up.
Yeah.
And so we end up coming with we you know what I'm saying, put a couple more series out and then show them what they need to see.
Okay.
And then I plan on, you know what I'm saying, pushing this Satellite High and CEO music to the maximum.
Man, we got to see Zed Zilla acting at some point, man.
Yeah, we trying to get there. We got the Satellite Cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get it going, man. I'm trying to see. I don't know if it's going to be like you can get Lil Zed to play you.
You heard me. That's why I said we most definitely working on we most definitely gonna put something together like that.
Yeah.
And see how like it's gonna show the whole come up. How we brought the city together, you know what I'm talking about? Because like I said, the North South one coming together on those very one. It's gonna be a whole little shindig.
Let's make it happen, man. So of course I gotta ask you, like, outside of music and, you know, all your endeavors, like, what shows are you watching? Like Zed Zilla, are you watching, you know, Power Book 2, Raising Kanan, Snowfall? You watching anything, man? What you doing, man?
If I watch something, it's old and I binge watch it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't do too much shows. You know, I like movies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Movies, man. It's in a lot of my music. I think, you know, I like movies. I don't do too many shows. So if it's a show, it have to be old. Now then I binge watch the whole thing.
And it's funny you mentioned old shows. Like one of your songs is called Good Times, and you mentioned Jason. Like
Good Times.
Let's talk about like what's some of your favorite shows, favorite movies, stuff like that, man.
See, we get into, of course, like the Belly.
Okay.
Minister Society, the Paid in Full.
Yeah.
We got the Blue Hill Avenue.
Okay. That's an Allen Payne joint, right?
Yes, you know, gotta mess with the Baby Boys, you know what I'm saying, the New Jack City. Then I like get into the long, like stuff that's, I like biographies almost, like anything that's about, you know what I'm saying, like a person.
Right.
And I'm into all that, as long as it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into all that.
I tell you, man, one of them biographies that I checked out, that was that No Limit Chronicles about P.
Yeah.
Man, we talking about motivation.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Man.
I can sit there and watch them all day.
Yeah.
I can sit there and watch that type of stuff out there. I don't care if it's about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, it's about his real life, his downfalls, his come up.
The sex
and
tape.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So we were both watching that.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, I mean, could we get like some type of documentary about Zilla?
I need you to do it.
Yeah.
You gonna put it together for me?
Me? Damn right.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's put it together. Bring you on. You know.
Look, man. Look, if
you ain't scared to come in my bathroom when I brush my teeth and shit. Okay. You scared to be in there with me and shit. When I'm getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
Long as you come on. Let's do it, bro.
You know, I believe I probably got the biggest catalog of Zed Zilla footage.
Too.
You know, out of anybody in the city. Like I say, you know, I always give you credit, man, because you were the one that helped me get my YouTube really up. Like you helped me get my numbers up. You know,
for sure,
I remember, like I say, years ago, we were filming and you was talking about a young man that was staying in the apartments you were staying in at the time, and whoever was the CD man at the time, the movie man, just gave him all the work and was like, here, man, I ain't finna do it no more.
Yeah.
And you told me that little dude came to your spot and was like, hey, I got it. I'm on the plug now. He was so excited. Man, that's how I felt like when my numbers started going up because you know what I'm saying?
Sure
like, I always give you props.
For sure, bro.
You know, because you helped me, you know.
Love, Brink,
and it was just, like I say, me pulling up at the video shoots and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And, man, like, it's amazing to be able to tell people, man, I was with them folks every day. Like, for a long time. For real. Like, in the studio. Like, I remember the first time when, hey, homie, what's wrong with you? When Drama played that beat.
Yeah.
And I was like, afterwards, I looked back, I was like, bro, that's the giant.
Yeah.
When I'm in Club Senses and everybody's singing it word for word. And I'm like, I was there when they first heard it.
That's crazy. That's why I said, you had the exclusive pass, the media pass, for it was a media pass.
I promise you, man. Look, we been in there. Now, let's talk about Lito, man. You still be chopping up with Lito, right?
Yeah, I still be chopping up with Lito. I wanted to get him on the tape.
Okay.
I tried to get him on the tape, but unfortunately, we couldn't make it happen. So, like I said, hopefully he'll be on the deluxe.
Yeah. Man, what is it like for all of you guys to really be, you know, family men and fathers now? Because, like, when I first met you, well, you already had, you know, Lil Zed, but, you know, Trip, Trip got a whole squadron.
I see Trip. Ooh.
Yeah.
Trip started gunning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But it's so crazy. That's why I said before, I remember stories on the road, like before the kids and before the relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some wild times.
Yeah. How you keep yourself looking so young, man? You so fit like me, you know what I'm saying? I done got a stomach, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done put on weight. But Zilla, you still look the same from at least 2010, bro. Like, what you be doing?
I appreciate it, man. I don't know what I be doing, man. I believe some of them trees that the Lord put down on the earth for.
Yeah.
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 So I don't be doing too much of that, man. Shout out to my dad and my mama for this right here, man.
Yeah, man. No doubt, man. Hey, look, we got to go on here and run all this social media, man. Let the people know how they can tap in with you, man.
Yeah, you already know. Zed Zilla 1. And if you really trying to get in touch with me, come down to 4Dub GP. You might see me on the block. You know what I'm talking about. And if you're trying to reach me for any booking, call Mr. Munn, 901-303-6404.
Hey, there you go, man. Hey, man, how can we get that Instagram page back, man?
That's what I'm trying to see, man. I know somebody hacked me, man, took it and deleted it.
Haters.
Real hater.
Because that jump was like at 200, 400K almost. You know what I'm saying? We was out here.
I was eating off that little page.
Yeah, man. That's how we do it, man. But, hey, I definitely got to say, appreciate you for being a guest on the show.
Man, I appreciate you, bro, for sure, bro. Anytime, every time, it's always love, Brink.
No doubt, bro. Man. Look, Rinse Do 4 is available right now. Like I say, everybody that's under the sound of my voice, I need you to go ahead and stream that thing right now. Download it.
Go get it.
Get you about 1,000 copies of it, man. Because like I say, run them numbers up for my guy Zilla.
Yes,
but I appreciate you again, family. Hey, now back to more Brink Radio 96.3. Let's go.
Yeah.